Girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. Today's gonna be a third party. So, God, George is already here. Let's try not to be triggered. Third party could be someone who's not focusing on you because they're working too much or they're more devoted to other activity. Doesn't have to be someone else, right? So let's stay very cool and try not to be triggered. I know it's easy to say. Okay, let's do £2 before George come out. Really? Oh, mamma mia. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. So part number 1, third party update. 7 of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Emperor. Interesting, right? So someone definitely has been procrastinating. And because there was a kind of like in-between vibe, obviously, you kind of decided to cover your heart because even though you have a lot of love to give, you do not want to get hurt. You have an enormous heart and they can see that. They can absolutely appreciate that. So they understand your behavior. So as a reaction, you're kind of backing off a little bit. The good news is they're going to be the Emperor, male, female, doesn't matter. Is that energy of the Emperor going forward, going for victory, going for who they truly want. So yes, it's a big transition because this is standby. This is thinking about it and this is acting on it, which is beautiful. Let's have a look. Let's have more details, okay? Yeah. Movement forward is no doubt. It's a little bit gauche. It could be a little bit over enthusiastic, very passionate. Oh my goodness. But don't misread it for something just physical. There's a lot of fire because if I didn't have an emperor, if I had a king of wands, I would be a bit more, be careful. But this is that determination and the feelings, the truth of the feelings and the intention. I know I want to be with you, period, right? Yeah, that person for a long time was in between two, we know that. But also it was more about I don't allow myself to open my heart. I don't allow myself to see the truth. I need to have a little bit of the moon kind of moment, which is more about introspection, shadow work, to figure it out. Where do I stand? How do I feel? I need to open my heart and be truthful to myself, right? Very good. Because they know that with you, you're very, how can I say, trustworthy, committed. You do not do things halfway. You do not give your heart halfway. You're very the opposite of Two of Swords. You're very much building for the future. They know that with you, it's not just a little moment and that's it. It's much more like a future together, building roots, foundation for long term. So it's very important to know that. They've been watching you from afar for a long time because they were procrastinating altogether, but they were wishing to be with you. They were thinking, my goodness, it must have been amazing, it should be amazing to be with that person. But then at the same time, they were staying put in the foundation. Maybe they were staying in a relationship because of money. They were maybe maintaining their career, their foundation, their material, their financial balance. But now they realize I have to move forward. Yeah, that was just a limitation of the mind, and we know that. They were plateauing here when they could go there. So obviously, they had to accept and appreciate within the mind. It's just a mind. It's not about the heart. It's nothing like this. Just the mind was limiting them. They thought they were stuck, but they're not. Your story, even though it's been back and forth, this represents number 8, as you know, the Two of Pentacles. So the infinity number. There's no way, even when they're trying to push you away from their mind, out of their mind, they cannot. And you the same, yeah? Yes, they had to make a choice. I mean, we're repeating ourselves here, thank you, Darrow. Between something very boring, very, casual, and something very unique, something they're ready to put a gamble for. They're not fluffing around. You see what I'm saying? There is an idea of the worst is behind you and now you can open a new door because they went through the worst. They had time to appreciate what do I want, what I don't want. They have clarity now. And after the 10 of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. Very much a new beginning with clarity. So there's a lot about the mind here, but I think there's no point going in circle because I think the Tower is just repeating everything. They know now, that's it, I make my decision, I have to move forward. And it's a very strong motivation, okay? So, pile number 2. Third party update. 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. So there is a different phase here. Yes, there is an idea of you recognize each other. There is a pause. You still need to do some work separately, and then you have a possibility to come back together and build and co-create and be a powerhouse. But you're in that phase in between, and you feel left in the cold. You have the knowing, no doubt, but you're focusing on something else. You know the person is here and they know you're here, but they're focusing on other things, maybe someone else, something else, whatever. But also maybe focusing on themselves, focusing on developing themselves, and more importantly, removing that sword. The mind is blocking the heart, and the heart is here. You know, the butterflies, all of that is really important, but they kind of like, no, I keep you at bay. I don't want to go there. I don't want to fix it. For now, this is a phase. Okay, so let's see if we're going to move out of that phase, because we know the next phase is going to be to come back together stronger than ever. But how long are we going to stay on that phase, and what else, right? Yeah, there's an offer of love, but also there was that love at first sight. When they first met you, and you also, there was that connection, like that knowing. I can't make up my mind why it's happening, but it's happening. It's outside of that maybe outside of the box, really, and it was a shock to the system. They were not looking, you were not looking, it just happened. It's really powerful. It's a tsunami of emotion, like I like to say. So it was like, woof, too intense maybe as well. So they had to back off, and you had to back off, because maybe there was obviously someone else in a picture or something else in a picture. So you had to, put a brake on a strong tsunami wave. I mean, this is insane. So it takes a lot of energy to do that for you and for them, definitely, because the tsunami is unstoppable, as you can appreciate. But you had to put a brake, which is so unnatural, right? So yeah, but you had to complete that cycle. Absolutely. They think the world of you as well. They put you on high regard. They respect you, and you respect them as well. Whatever happened, you cannot detest that person. There's no way, because you have that understanding. I recognize you and I see you, because you were not looking for each other. It just happened. You have no reason to think badly of this person, even though the context has been complicated. They have regret, yeah, because they wish they met you at a different time in their life, and they know they have to fix this, because maybe did they not tell you there was someone else? Did they kind of like hesitated, and as a result that created pain for you, right? So they're aware of this and they regret it. So that's why you can't really detest those people, this person, because their heart is in a good place. But at the same time, they want to come back and fix it, and with the Two of Cups you have reconciliation. So we know that, so we just want to, you think so? This is the best card of the whole deck, and they recognize you as the inner child connection. So they can be at home with you, and you can be at home with them. That's what holds you together, because you have that knowing. And with each other, you can be really at peace, playful, at ease with each other. It's absolutely natural. You don't need to force anything. You can be silent at time. You can be goofy together. It doesn't matter. You just feel like, yes, there's no judgment. It's very easy to be together. It's just like a soft little river, it's just gentle, loving it. So yes, at the moment it's difficult because you are in each other's mind, and also with that full moon. I mean, I don't know when you're watching this, but there was a full moon earlier this week, and we can feel it, you are in each other's mind, and maybe they may be depressed as well because of what happened. It's difficult, but they want to start. Absolutely, they want to restart, and that goes very well. God, George is really here. Excuse me. They want to restart, but they start nurturing this connection because they want to grow long term with you. And I think it's absolutely stunning, because you have that knowing, first of all, but then you worked at it together, knowing that you're going to come back together. Beautiful, how romantic. I'm going to stop there because my voice is just unbelievable. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.